Welcome to LT Outdoors.
Oh my gosh.
Channel with everything the outdoor world has to offer.
That's a big old vervet.
Wow, I've never seen one that big.
Sun is coming up, Bob is going down.
Look at that.
Fish are all biting and jumping all around. Let's hook up the boat, come
And the
on,
gills.
let's go.
Yeah.
It's time
I'll be
for
darned.
LT Outdoors. I'm talking LT Outdoors. Might go hunting, fishing, metal detecting, might even do a little fortune too. I'm talking LT Outdoors.
Nice, Braden.
I hope you enjoy the show.
Get a load of that.
Hello everybody, welcome to another adventure of LT Outdoors. I'm back at it again out in the tight stands of poplars looking for some morel mushrooms. I'm trying to beat yesterday's total of 101, which was my very best ever. So let's see what we can do. Hope you guys enjoy this. Hit that subscribe button, let me know what you think. Alright guys, I'm back at it. I seen we had a frost in the forecast for tonight, so I figured I'd best get my butt out and start picking these before they get messed up. So gonna see how many I can find today. I won't be filming them all today. I'm gonna try to just film like the clusters. That way I can go faster and pick more. Actually, this is funny. Again, oh man, there's two. On my hands and knees right now. And I got one right there. And another one right there. I'm sure there's gonna be a ton. So yeah, let's get to picking. Alright, I don't know, I think I picked 6 or 7 off of that one spot, and then I had to get up. I didn't see any more. I only walked a short distance and got one right here. Oh my gosh, I see 2 in a row right here. Alright, I got this one. And look at this. Gotta love doubles. Doubles and triples are definitely my jam. I just want to show this. I was crawling, right? Put my hand down and I felt that mushroom right against my hand. Didn't even see it, I felt it. And then I was crawling because I got one right there. And there's a big one right there. So I'm going to keep crawling. I'm betting they are just everywhere. I could see this one from a ways away. It's a big one, it's all laid down. I don't know if the root's broke or if it's, sometimes they just grow that way. Yep. Growing that way. That's a huge stem. On my knees here, pointing those ones out to you, and I turn and look, bam, there's a double. God, I love it. Just crawling around on my knees. This one's a beast of a black. They don't grow nowhere near as big as the whites. Check this out. Got 2 growing together. One's just kind of squishing the one over. That's cool. Oh my gosh. There's a little baby. Make sure I break the root off. I don't like to pull roots. I'll eat the baby. Seems I accidentally pulled it. There's a big one over here. I try not to be narrow-minded when I'm walking to something like that, though, because you don't want to end up stepping on other ones. Walking up to this one, another big one, and I look straight ahead. There's a giant one and a smaller one next to it. Looks like it's kind of grown out into that root or something and it's getting squished, but it'll still be yummy. Yep, that's exactly. Oh my gosh. They do get brittle. The bigger they get, the brittle they get. But man, that's a beast. I guess that was the only one. I thought there was two, but it must have just been the way this has been over. But yeah, now, like I said, when I find one or two like this, then I start crawling. I usually find a bunch more. I'll leave that baby. Now these right here, folks, are trillium flowers. When the trilliums open up, they're generally white and pink, I've seen, but when they open up, you can guarantee you're basically in the middle of your morel season. It's just the way it's always been for me anyway. Oh, these ones are really hiding. The ones that don't come out of the leaves are usually pretty tough. It's just luck to see them, I think. More. 3 of them, actually. Oh no, yep. Thought I seen 2. So we got this guy, this guy, this guy. I better look around because there's 3 here. I guarantee there's more around me. Nice beauty right here and right there. Nice. Hey, what? I kneeled down to pick that last big one I showed you, and I am literally seeing mushrooms all around me. As soon as I kneeled, I picked another one, and I mean, they're just, I don't know what it is about this little spot, but they are just popping all over out of the grass and leaves. I'm gonna definitely have to take my time in here. All right, I just found me another honey hole. Look at this. Got one, and this is where I just showed you all them mushrooms poking out. And then as far as I look this way, morels. So I don't want to look at, oh my gosh, they keep going. They keep going. There's probably 10 here. Okay. This is just insane. Look at this, guys. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Walking back to the car because I want to get some fishing in today. But I also got to keep my eyes peeled because there are some beauties. They're all over. Now that is a hefty bag of shrooms. And again, that Pelter Wear bag does the trick. Well, again, I beat my record. Hell of a solo trip right there. That is 115 morels. Darn. While I was out today, the trillium started opening, just like I showed you guys earlier with the buds. Beautiful. Yep, whenever the trilliums open up, you can guarantee you're partway through your mushroom season. Okay, no, I gotta go slow. This is very random for me, folks. I come here, this is actually where I find my big white morels every season. So I'm kind of creeping around looking for them, and I find one of the blacks, which is weird. I have never, since I've lived up here, I've never found one of them here. But sure enough, there it is. So, of course, I'm going to pick it. And you know what? Because I'm sitting here on my knees, got another one right there. I'm definitely going to have to crawl around now. Crazy. I'm going to have to really go slow because, like I said a minute ago on the video, guys, I come down here every year to get my white morels. This is the only spot I have that is any good for whites. Look at here. Here's my first. Oh, I see another one. Yes. Like I said, the lower you get, guys, the better you will see them. It's ridiculous. Whole different world once you get down on your knee to look. In fact, I just seen another one. So I'll show you these other. I'll pick this one. I'll show you these other couple over here. Might have to spend some time out here today. I knew they'd be up though, because of how many of the black ones I've been getting. But see, you got one right here, another beauty, and another one right there. The whites always grow bigger than the black ones too, but it's insane to find them both in the same spot. That's a first for me. All right, I walked about probably another 10 feet from where I just found those ones. Look at this. This is a gorgeous one right here. Very nice. Definitely my biggest shroom of the year right there, folks. Absolutely stunning. And I do want to say this, it's kind of funny. Basically, if you want to know where you can find different types of the morels, this kind of speaks for itself. They use their own camouflage. It's kind of odd, you know, like the black morels, for instance. They'll be in the woods, in the leaf litter and stuff like that, usually dark leaves, so it's hard to see them. Now, these whites are usually in, for at least as far as I'm concerned, other than apple tree areas, they grow a lot in, you know, tall, regular grasses. So they, I mean, honestly, they do. They blend right in. Also, I want to mention, something I usually find them in is a more drained soil, sandy marl kind of soil, rather than, you know, the heavy soil I find out in the woods. So, just something to give you something to look for anyway. But yeah, I tend to find them mostly on the sandier spots, and little harder to see them for sure. Now, this is one of my all-time favorite spring forages that I look forward to picking every single year. That right there is what you call the fiddlehead. If you ever hear anybody talk about the fiddlehead ferns, it's exactly what these are. Technically, their name is Ostrich Fern, and they sure are a beautiful fern. I'll tell you though, the growing season anymore, at least around my place, or picking season I should say, is very short, because it seems to go from cold to super warm like that. We don't really get an extended spring. And you want to get out, you can't eat these when they started opening up. When they get the leaves out like that, they're considered toxic. You don't want to pick them. So I'm going to show you right now the kind you do want. I did luck out. I'm out early enough to where there still is a ton of them that I can pick. I'm going to try and fill up one of my bags, and I might come out for a second round. But yeah, I'm going to show you here real quick. Also, I do want to say, when you start picking them, don't pick out the entire bunch. You know, get a couple off of a fern and leave the rest go, because you don't want to end up killing the fern in the long run. So, all right, let's get to picking. Like I said, guys, when they start opening up, they're too far gone. As soon as I start seeing leaves, I don't mess with them. I leave them alone. There's a dad joke for the day. But there are lots of edible ones that are still here. I like to pick them before they even unfurl. Like this right here, in my opinion, is a perfect one, and there is a lot of them still around. As you can see, they grow in really tight clusters, and they grow in very large areas. When you do find an ostrich fern, I guarantee you there's going to be hundreds more right near that area. So they are definitely easy to pick. There's definitely a lot of them, but that grow season, when you can start picking them and they still be edible, is very short. So you got to get on them while you can. Usually for me, it's opening day of trout season. I get out here and get on them, because at that point they are definitely good. But yeah, see, there's a beautiful specimen too right there. I like to pick them, usually just leave a little bit of stem on. That stem's delicious too. And when I get home, rather than really wash them, all I do is pull this brown husk off. That comes up, actually, you can see right here, the brown husk is on them when they pop out of the ground. So that's all it is too, is just a little husk. So you wipe that off, and you're good to go. There really ain't much washing or anything to these. So yeah, let's see how many we can get. I know there's a lot around. Again, I like to get just a little bit of stem on there. I try to get them before the leaves start going off. I don't mind picking 3 off of there, because I'm leaving 3 behind. So yep, those are good ones right there. And I'm sure some of these are going to be perfect, because it actually varies a lot by how much sunlight gets to them. Some of them, like this little guy here and that little guy, you can see that they obviously aren't getting as much sunlight as the rest, because they're taking longer to come up. So yes, usually when you find them already blown out like that, chances are, if you look around enough, you will find more good ones. So which is a good thing because a lot of times it is hard to get to them in time before they open up. But like I said, as you can see, there are going to be, I mean, there's plenty. When you find one patch, there's a turkey feather. When you find one patch of these things, you're going to find a lot more. This entire creek bed is covered in them, and that's usually where I find them too. Wet areas like stream beds and that. This one here, it's broken off. I might as well salvage that. All right, let's pick some more. I want to show you guys these. Like I said too, actually, something interesting right here. The reason that a lot of these are just starting to come up, and you can kind of see it from here, and that's because it was flooded, okay? That's another thing too. When these stream beds flood, it is not going to kill the ferns. When that water goes back down, that's when they'll go. So what's kind of neat is where it didn't flood, you can see where that flood zone kind of stopped. Those ones have all gone up pretty high. They're starting to open. The ones, however, that were underwater a week ago are just starting to start. So, like I said, you can walk around and usually find some that haven't started yet, even if there is a bunch wide open. And again, look at these roots. The root systems on these things are very strong. I've actually tripped over them. You can see here, I mean, here's some that they're not even up yet. They're starting though. You can see the brown husk. But that's what these are. These big clumps are the root systems of these fiddleheads, aka ostrich fern. You can see here I'm crossing the stream. I always love wearing my boots. I gotta say this right now, these boots right here, I have had them now for, it's been over a year, and yeah, these are excellent boots. But here I am, guys, just crossing this creek right here because I wanted to get to these. I seen a ton of root systems, and most of these are hardly up. So as you can see, like these guys right here, got 3 in a row. All of these are covered in great ones. Now even when they're this small, I like picking them. I just break off some of the ones down near the bottom. Again, don't pick them all. I mean, there's no need for that. You're only going to eat so many, even if you freeze them. And although I don't want to sound like a broken record, but keep this in mind, guys, conservation. I say this all the time about fishing, hunting, and all that, but honestly, it's anything in the wild. Anything that our earth has that is natural, that we like to do or use, conservation. Keep that in mind. There's no use in killing something, and I'll tell you what, you take care of these, they'll take care of you. They'll keep coming up for many years to come. All right, guys, check this out right here. I'll tell you what, this pelterware bag, I'll post a link below. Definitely my favorite foraging bag that I've ever had. I mean, there's quite a few in there. They smell so good, but yeah, big old bundle of the fiddleheads, and I'll tell you, there are still thousands. I ain't hurt nothing. Like I said, just pick a few out of each batch. Don't pick them all, and you'd be surprised. They'll last you a long time. So awesome. And plus, I want to say this, I do like to just saute these up in some butter. It doesn't take much. When you saute them and they're nice and soft, they're really good. Big shout out to my monthly patrons. Thank you guys so much for signing up to Patreon. Sign up today, guys. You can sign up for as low as $1 a month, and it helps out a whole lot. New discount code, visit stonetackle.com to get these great jig boxes like the ones that I use for all my open water jigs, as well as the ones that I use for my ice fishing jigging wraps, jigging spoons, and the like. These are great boxes. Make sure you visit stonetackle.com. Use discount code LT15. Gets you 15% off. This season at LT Outdoors has been brought to you by Freedom Baits. Go to freedombaits.com and use discount code LT Outdoors. Gets you 10% off. Also, Widowmaker Lures. My favorite lures are on this website. Go to widowmakerlures.com. Use discount code LT Outdoors. Gets you 10% off. And if you're looking to get LT Outdoor lures, you can visit these wonderful locations.